Hello, hello. Hi, welcome to today's messages. Just gonna clear my glasses so I can see. Oh, there you are. Let's start with some sound resonance of love. Yes. Yes, we love it. We love the resonance of love. I hope you're good and well and loving, choosing love at every point, every juncture, every stop. Ooh, and I keep on going. Okay. We've got emergence and those two. Okay. Emergence. The energy of emergence helps you leave your cocoon once and for all without feeling doubtful or insecure. Now you can spread your wings and show who you really are. Yes. And you're beautiful. Okay, and openness. The energy of openness helps you take an open and honest look at yourself. Quite often, we have all kinds of saboteurs working against us at a subconscious level, preventing us from feeling what really occupies us. Recognize this and experience yourself at a deeper level. Ooh, the openness, the openness. Okay, and then this one, which is awareness. The energy of awareness makes you see that there is more to things than meets the eye. Keeps you alert in the here and now. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, so emerging, being open, being aware. Beautiful. Yes. This is the embodiment of the now, of the now, the right now. Getting into it, feeling into it, being able to see it, them, that, right? The signs, the synchronicities, the nudges, the leads that lead you to and fro and get you to where you gotta go for your greatest and highest good. And it lets you flow, yes, with a laguz. Beautiful. Yes, laguz. This is going with the flow. I'm picturing the seahorse, how it wraps its tail around the blade of grass. And when the current comes, it just kind of rides. That's not it. Rides the current. Okay, Laguz, where are you, Laguz? Floating in the great waters, this tiny seahorse feels the current's ebbs and flows. In this great universal ocean of life, and in her softly shifting dream state, she knows the unity of all life and the connection that flows through past, present, and future. In her world, water is everywhere, pervading all things, the living energy source of everything. She is a symbol of the unconscious, of invisible life forces, the dream state, and hidden aspects of the self. Laguz is a powerful rune in the way water is powerful, fluid, and ever changing. It calls you to release the struggle and go with the flow. Yes, stop trying to fight against it. Try to control it. Just turn around and enjoy the ride in your now, right? Spend time in meditation and allow your deeper intuitive state to speak to and guide you. Laguz reminds you that on life's journey, not all can be controlled, and change is the only constant. Without change, life becomes stagnant. Keywords: flow, memory, the unconscious, fate, and karma. Well, that's some kind of beautiful. Yeah, because we are in a state of flow, right? In this emerging as one who's not freaking trying to fight against it, not trying to swim up the river, not trying to force anything to stay in one spot when we are in a flowing environment, right? The river is supposed to flow and it flows in one direction, right? And we can create illusions and delusions by trying to think that we can stop the flow, stop the way we're going. And the collaboration is exactly that. You're flowing down the river because that's the way the universe unfolds. And the only thing you can control is your experience, right? You're either fighting up and against the river, whacking into things, missing everything that's gorgeous, trying to hold on to that past piece that was way over there, but you can never, and then you're exhausting yourself because you're trying to swim up the river and you're gulping mouthfuls of water and fish are slapping you in the face because they're like, which way are you going? I'm going this way. You're supposed to go the other way. What are you, a fish, right? All of that stuff. And that's the old way, right? This is the new way. Now you've turned, you've allowed, you're open, you're aware, right? And you are seeing the things that are leading you towards a beautiful and gorgeous life of ease and flow, not of I don't know. Have you ever, well, you must have swallowed a mouthful of water. It sucks, especially when you're like half breathing it in and you're not meaning to, right? It goes down the wrong pipe. It's not fun. It's not a fun thing to do. So we're talking about your heart space. Okay, and your ability to heal it, but also the things that you have gone through, those wounds, right? They're very important to consider, like hardships, failed relationships, abandonment wounds, right? People who were supposed to love you, and where are they? Where are they? They're gone. They're not around, right? Parents, relatives, family members, people who just tapped out. Why? It's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with them, right? As you expand and evolve, right? Just think about it. These people are still struggling up the river, right? And you've evolved, you've turned, and now you're floating. Well, you guys aren't heading in the same direction anymore. You guys aren't flowing at the same speed anymore, right? And it doesn't do you any good to turn and look back at them, because every time you do that, you take yourself out of your now, which is where all your power is. But There's also a need to grieve, to acknowledge that, you know, those people, those potentials um, failed, right? And it's not like an egoic failure, which might be why you don't really want to acknowledge it, and we inadvertently carry it with us, because we don't want to see or consider it as a failure or as something, but think of it in a more detached way. It's just something that didn't work out for you. And when you are in a state of all things work for my greatest and highest good, all things are working in my favor, then that too was a necessary part of the process. Okay, this is your experience card coming out. The experiences along the way, these are all those failed relationships, all those people who, were your friends and family who disappeared, who fell through the cracks, right? And yeah, I really feel like your perception, how you choose to handle these losses, is what's the most important. It's what is having the most effect on your life, right? If you are wallowing in the victim side of things, where it's like, oh, I must not be good enough or whatever enough, that these people didn't choose me, these people didn't want me or whatever. But I think it does everybody a lot more good when you recognize that some things are just meant to be as they are. And same with people, right? Rejection is protection. And this didn't, these things had to fall through for you to learn to strengthen your heart, for you to pick yourself up off the ground and pick your own heart up. Stop giving it to people who are just tossing it around, right? You actually being like, oh, this thing is precious. I should change how I interact and engage with it and who I give it to. It's all about your strengthening and yes, and your destiny, okay? And your truth. And this is recognizing the process, the pressure, contributing factors on you becoming strong, on you becoming a diamond, right? These relationships, failed relationships, or they've run their course, they've had their time. And so, heal and release and grieve them through your acknowledgement that it was just, they were stepping stones to get you here, to get you where your heart is golden. Okay? Where you are unfettered, fettered by anything. This is the flow state. This is Laguz in the feminine. She is not chasing anything. She's allowing whatever needs to fall away. And she's birthing new things. She is embodying the flow state, the essence of the universe, which is non-resistant. And changing your focus onto the things that you want for yourself. right? Onto your wishes. See the star in there? Yes. What do you wish for? Right? Instead of wishing for specific things, wish for the embodiment of things, right? I don't want to be friends with this person. I want to have relationships that feel real and honorable and trustworthy and dependable and reciprocating and all of those things that we want from healthy, beautiful relationships, inspiring, creative, empowering, supportive, right? And same in your love life. What kind of love, right? Don't look at the lack of the things. Like, we are shown contrast in our life. We are shown scenarios to help further define what it is that we want by example, right? By seeing what it is that we don't want. But don't get caught up in the details of what you don't want. Focus instead on the clarity of what you do. And this feeds that getting more of what you focus on. So you don't want to focus on the things that you're not getting, right? You want to focus on the things that you want. So say you're with somebody and they don't listen to you speak, or place any value on what you know and have to offer. And so instead of focusing on that, you focus on, I want the kind of relationships where I feel seen, heard, loved, appreciated, all those things, right? That's this wish intention setting, which is basically a wish. And this is your awareness of your transition. You're moving from choppy waters into calmer waters. And this is exactly it, right? When you're actively trying to swim up the river, you're creating turbulence, you're creating unnecessary chaos, right? And I mean, it's necessary to a certain point. I think we all have to go through that to know the difference. Like, oh, if I just turn around and float, wow, things are a whole lot easier, right? But you needed to go through that period of resistance to know. Okay, we've got your hand in the kind of world you want to live in. And this is exactly it, right? Your openness and awareness of the past and how you can get caught in loops, how you can get caught with mouthfuls of water and frustration when you are trying to control too much. And your awareness of this state of being the Empress and how different that feels, how much better that feels. And that's the kind of world that you create for yourself. Yes. You're creating a world based on your experience, because that's exactly it. All these stepping stones that get us to where we're at, we need them all. This is why it's important to honor those failed relationships, right? Because they allowed you to further define, and you recognize that they were an important part of your process in becoming. And your dedication to yourself, to your choice, okay? To choosing you and what's best for you. It doesn't serve you to keep active things that are meant to be released. And you're realizing that. You're recognizing that. You're being open to that. You're aware of that, right? And we got the Judgment card. Okay, these cards want to come out almost all the time here. And it landed heavily on my, what is this one? Petrified wood piece, which is something that links and grounds right into the core of the earth. It facilitates the releasing of dense energy that no longer serves and the replenishing of healing light energy, green energy from the earth. And so this is a good way to release those things energetically, right? We still hold pain bodies, right? We still have those potentials, those what ifs, those could have beens in our head. And, you know, it's one thing to be like, oh, well, I guess that's not happening. But it's a whole other thing to be like, I acknowledge the fact that this was something that I held close to my heart or that I had within my heart. And now it's time to take it out and release it into the earth, right? Plant it, ground it, bury it. And you allow this space. You constitute that energy back into you. And this helps to rebirth you, right? This is the rebirth card, the phoenix from the flames. So your process of releasing those things from your heart and grounding it is the same as burning it to ashes, right? Returning it to earth so that it can be reborn. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bird of paradise. That's not what it is. Okay. Yes. And this is you coming out of that. Okay. Refreshed, released, authentic, shining, charismatic, potent, prosperous, intuitive, and abundant. Tapped right into the sunflower power, right? She holds this wand staff of sunflower power, and it's the potential. She is utilizing her energy of potentials back into her own, right? The soil that you nurture, your soil, yourself, and these seeds that are abundant in the center of the sunflower, putting them back into the earth and growing more potentials, more abundance. Okay, we've got the temperance. This is that balancing of all the things, but also the acknowledgement of process and the necessity of process. And this will really help you release it, that acknowledgement that all things were part of your process. All things need to play out the way they needed to play out to empower you, to bring you back to your center, to even assist you in learning or relearning how to ground, how to release, how to flow, right? And then the boundaries. This is an important part always because you need to set clear and intentional boundaries around yourself, around others, around life, around all of the things, whenever you can, wherever you can, because boundaries, this is another thing that you learned along your way, right? maybe this is about boundaries around fantasizing beyond what is in front of you too much. It's weird because, you know, we want to co-create and manifest, right? And how do you manifest something unless you don't have a clear idea of what it is that you want? And so I think the distinction or the difference is between details and essence, right? We want to focus on the essence of things. We want to focus on how we're going to feel. We want to feel abundant, feel free, feel seen, feel loved, feel all of these things, right? Not, I want a purple this and a yellow this and a golden this that's 10 by 10 with a thing that flies and wings on the right. And I don't even know. I'm just like saying a bunch of stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, although, you know, I say that and I'm reminded of how I manifested my little Ford Fiesta that I had. I read this stat that red cars get into more accidents than any other car and color. And so I'm like, oh, well, I better not get a red vehicle. So I had a budget of $1,600 and I wanted something really good on gas, anything but red. And I was like, that was kind of my mantra, $1,600 vehicle, good on gas, anything but red. And I found myself a $1,600 vehicle, good on gas, and it was red. And it's because the universe, I kept saying red. And even though I was saying anything but red, I kept saying red. And so red it was. And I mean, I loved it. It was like a cherry tomato and, well, kind of like a cross between a cherry tomato and a can. But anyways, so the point is, I don't know what my point is. My point is it's okay, I guess, to fantasize, but don't lock in. Maybe that's the thing, right? See it, feel it, know it, want it, but then release it and have this like, this is what I want exactly, but I leave it up to you to surprise and delight me, right? And not be like, what is this? This isn't what I asked for. What is this? This isn't what I asked for, right? That's that openness of, because there are things, there are components that you just don't know about. And this is that trust in the divine, trust in your higher self that knows what's best for you, right? And so you could be looking through a pain body, through an old lens, through a distortion, right, of what it is you think you want. And the universe is like, yes, I know that that's what you want, but here's something even better, right? But if you're too locked in on that, then you're going to miss this, right? Okay. And this is coming to you. Okay. This is your manifestation. This is receiving your manifestations. And I think that's all of those things that I was just saying is relevant, right? This is that awareness and openness in your now, and you're anchoring into the now so that you can receive those things and discover, right? It's also about discovery. It's like think of your life as unfolding, as you finding pieces and clues about yourself, and it's like the unfolding of your greatest and highest timeline, right? Okay, let's get a crystal card. Yes. Yeah, our minds can only conceive of so much. The universe is vast, right? So we're like, oh, I want this thing. And the universe is like, honey, you deserve more than that thing. So we're not going to give you that thing, but you just wait, because this other thing's going to pull that thing out of the water, and you're going to be like, what? And that's good. That's good sauce right there. Okay, let's get a crystal card for confirmation. Okay, another one. Okay. I guess I keep going, so I'm leaving room for more to come out. Okay. We got 38. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crystal. Okay. We got a 22. Which is also amazing. Okay, and we got a 999er. Don't ask me what these crystals are. I wish it would say. Okay, where's the crystal book? We got 38. Freedom. Yes. Set yourself free and flow. Choice, empowerment, and change. From the beginning of your life, you learn by interacting with the environment around you. These interactions with the people, places, and events in your life have shaped your understanding and perceptions. Confirmation. Your emotions have been created by a lifetime of experience and often respond unconsciously to external events. This can create a challenge for lasting inner peace. You are guided to carefully select the thoughts and emotions you empower as they define the quality of your experience. Allow feelings of appreciation, gratitude, and love to replace any unhealthy thoughts in your mind. Embrace the freedom of living in the present moment and transcend your conditioned emotional responses by connecting with the source of universal love. I love it. I love it. Okay. Beautiful confirmations. Okay, and manifestation 22. Creation, intent, and vision. Creating with joy is one of the greatest expressions of our divinity. You are a miraculous and creative person operating with the full support of the universe. You are in the process of manifesting your desires into form. Choose your thoughts and emotions with care, as they will manifest into your reality. Positive thoughts and emotions will be reflected in the events that surround you. Likewise, conflicting thoughts and emotions will appear in the circumstances of your life. As a conscious creator, you are responsible for the direction and experiences in your life. Listen to your inner guidance and release any feelings that are contrary to your desires. Wowza. Wowza. Okay, and then we've got sacred space. Yes. Your inspiration, power, and connection. Your sacred space is a personal environment created to connect with your inner self. It is a private place where you will not be disturbed or judged for your thoughts and actions. You are guided to create a sacred space and connect with your inner self more often. This space can be in the corner of a room or a special location in nature. The power of your sacred space will grow with use and enable faster access to your higher self. You may wish to enhance your chosen location by filling it with objects that strengthen your connection with universal love. Carefully chosen crystals are especially powerful in this environment and will share their strength, clarity, and support. Beautiful. I'm getting some major womb sensations right now as we speak of this sacred space. And so, as much as you create a physical environment, your body is also your sacred space, right? And so, treat it as sacred as well. What you put into it, how you interact with it. Okay. Let's get a couple of these cards. We've got patience coming out. Okay. What do you got for us, Mini D deck? Okay. We've got float. Beautiful confirmation. Yes. Floating down the river. Allow. We've got the sun, which is all things are working in your favor. Yes, yes, yes. You are powerful, you are bright, you are life-giving, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. We've got the world. Okay, this is your chance to, or your time to actively engage in the kind of world you are creating for yourself, that you want to live in through your thoughts, your attention, your openness, and your awareness. And joy, let joy be your guide. Let joy be your indicator. Let joy be your directional signal. Let joy be your heart sauce that you sprinkle it with regularly. Okay. We got a tower coming out. Okay. And I feel like this tower may be the realization of how our thoughts or actions or our I was going to say limiting beliefs, but are things that we hold in our heart actually taking up space and kind of creating like a vacuous black hole. So instead of this energy thyroidling, is it thyroidal? Torusing for our greatest and highest good, it's leaking out into what could have beens. And we need to plug that up, let that go, ground it, and release it, and reestablish that heart resonance within for our greatest and highest good. Okay, and there's your hope for new and beautiful things. Okay, and we do have the Emperor coming up as well. And this is maybe related to what it is that you are drawing in to yourself. I mean, maybe there was a relationship that, you know, had all the potential and it just never happened, or the person chose otherwise, or right, because we all have free will and you can't force people to do what they don't want to do. And so this is maybe releasing, well, it's definitely release the old, release the could have beens and the potentials, and allow for your greatest and highest timeline, whatever that looks like, period. Right? Yes. Okay. So, and I think this is what it's saying, is when you do that, you create space for your actual emperor or empress to arrive. Okay. So we've got the beautiful things that confirm all of the things here. Okay. We've got the bird. What's this guy? Anyways, sparrow. The sparrow. This feels like this is you who are hopeful romantic. We're hopeful romantics, right? Who got their heart broken a lot by giving it to the wrong people, to people who weren't deserving of it, but they're reflections of ourselves. And so that's why you need to pick up your own heart. You need to heal your own heart because you need to recognize how its value. And by knowing the value of your heart, you require a different level of bar meeting before anybody has access to it, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Yes, it's about quality and not quantity. Okay, and your patience will pay off here. There is your dead fish bones. Where is it? Hey, there it is. This is that release. Let those other things go. Even if it ends up being, right? Like, it's just going to make it even better. What if you're holding on to something is the reason why it never comes, right? So release it all. Release it all. Okay. We've got the elephant that's trumpeting, that is moving fast towards you. This is your destiny. This is the momentum that you are building. The more you allow, the more you float, the more you emerge confidently in your self, in your heart space. We've got the smiling sunshine that says made with a smile on the back. Okay, this is your sun. This is the sun power here. This is the yes. This is the all things are working in your favor. Believe it. Okay, we've got the coral. This is giving me community vibes. Okay, yes. Be open to a community, to your people coming in and you being able to know the difference, right? Your quality over quantity. Okay, we've got the dagger. Yes, this is you removing daggers that were placed into your heart and using them to detach yourself from any karmic and otherwise attachments that are not serving you, right? This is turning pain into power. This is also Excalibur. This is your claiming of your destiny, claiming of your power and purpose. All of those things. We've got the slow and steady turtle wins the race. Okay. And I'm being reminded of all things are not as they seem. And so just be a clear, self-generating heart space and be open to the revelation of your greatest and highest timeline. Okay? And then we have this beautiful butterfly. And this is you transformed and gorgeous. Okay, we've got the shoe that fits. This is the Cinderella slipper. This is your destiny. This is something that you're walking into that is for you and you alone. Only you can fit it. Okay, there's your resilience. We've got the cacti. This is your resilience and your ability to thrive in environments where maybe you shouldn't have, but you did. And that is worth celebrating, that is worth acknowledging, that is worth claiming and owning and holding and empowering yourself with. Okay, we do have this beautiful swan love. Okay, the two swans coming together. This could be what you open yourself up for when you remove the unnecessary potentials and failures out of your heart space. Okay, there's your balance. We got the yin yang here. This will allow you to be fully in your Empress embodiment with no attachment, with no expectation, except knowing that all things work in your favor and allowing the things to come to you. And you being able to pick up or not whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, there's your heart. We've got a heart that grows. Okay. Oh, that's funny. It kind of looks like a skull face. Interesting. But it's actually a rose. Okay. So that's giving me confirmation of your heart holding things that need to be released, your heart holding space for things when it should be a free flowing environment that is generating love flow. Okay, and we've got the star. Okay, this is you. And yeah, the space in the middle of the star. This is that hole, this void that you are holding in your heart space that needs to be released, that needs to be grounded. And I feel like once you do, once that Taurus, energetic Taurus, starts working in your favor, it's like the final thing energetically to allow new, beautiful, what is actually resonant to you to come in. Because we could be holding on to things that just aren't at the level of frequency that we're at. And so what is just, it's tethering us down to a frequency that we're not at, right? So release it all, release it all. And yes, get that energy flowing back in for and to you. And then we've got the elephant with the ear. And this is that keep your awareness open for the signs and synchronicities that lead you to the world that you want. Right? The little nudges, the little go here, the little go there, the little do that, the message them, the interact with them, the give them your card, the, all of the things, the make that, the focus on that right now. Yes. Okay. So that's your reading for today. And I hope that there was some good stuff for you in there, that you resonated with some of the information that came out today in this reading, and that it empowers you to ground and release yourself from any old perceptions, expectations, ideals, and let be what wants to be instead. Okay? Yes. Thank you for being here. I love and appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.